Revolutions aren't always loud. Sometimes the most profound changes begin in silence, in the early hours before the world wakes up, or in the quiet corners of a city where innovation brews unnoticed. Sometimes they're engineered quietly by people you'd never notice in a crowd. These are the visionaries who blend in, who don't seek the spotlight, but whose ideas ripple out to reshape entire industries. This is the story of Wang Chuanfu, the low-key boss of BYD, Build Your Dreams. He's a man who rarely makes headlines but whose influence is felt in every corner of the automotive world. As of July 2025, Wang is arguably the most important man in the global car industry, even if many in the West are just learning his name. His journey from rural China to the helm of a global powerhouse is as remarkable as it is understated. While the world obsessed over Tesla's showmanship, Wang, a chemist by training, focused on the fundamentals: batteries, supply chains, and relentless efficiency. He understood that the future of cars would be written not just in design studios, but in laboratories and logistics centers. He knew the real battle would be won, not with flashy designs but with affordability and scale. For Wang, the dream was to make electric cars accessible to millions, not just a privileged few. That's why BYD is now giving sleepless nights to car makers from Detroit to Wolfsburg. The old titans of the industry are watching as a new competitor, once dismissed, now threatens their very foundations. In 2024, BYD sold over 4.2 million vehicles, more than many countries produce. This isn't just a number, it's a signal that the center of gravity in the car world is shifting. Their 2025 plan? Over 800,000 cars outside China alone. BYD's reach is expanding rapidly with new markets opening up across Europe, South America, and Southeast Asia. This isn't a gradual shift, it's a seismic event. The pace of change is breathtaking, leaving established players scrambling to catch up. Wang's approach is methodical, not flashy. He obsesses over details, believing that true innovation is built on a foundation of discipline and precision. He believes a good product will break through any barrier. For Wang, customer satisfaction and reliability matter more than hype or headlines. He claims BYD is years ahead of the competition, not just in cars, but in the entire ecosystem that builds them. From raw materials to finished vehicles, BYD controls every step, ensuring quality and speed. The company's growth is dizzying, and its impact is undeniable. Investors, analysts, and rivals alike are watching closely, trying to understand the secret behind BYD's meteoric rise. Wang remains an enigma, an engineer, not a celebrity CEO. He shuns the limelight, preferring to let his work and his company's achievements speak for themselves. The revolution is here, and it's being led by a chemist. In a world obsessed with personalities, Wang's quiet determination is rewriting the rules of the game. And for the old guard, that's a terrifying prospect. The future of motoring is being shaped not by the loudest voice but by the most persistent mind, one who believes that dreams are built, not just imagined. BYD's story begins in a place few would expect for a future automotive giant, in 1995, with the unassuming world of rechargeable batteries. Long before their name was synonymous with electric vehicles, BYD was just a small company with big ambitions, operating out of a modest factory in Shenzhen, China. Wang Chuanfu, a visionary engineer, founded BYD with a bold mission to challenge the dominance of Japanese battery giants. Instead of relying on expensive automation, he harnessed the power of a skilled, affordable Chinese workforce, allowing BYD to produce high-quality batteries at a fraction of the cost. Through relentless experimentation and innovation, BYD quickly mastered the complex science of battery chemistry. This expertise became the bedrock of the company's future success, setting them apart from competitors. Before they ever built a single car, BYD's batteries powered millions of phones and laptops around the globe. This gave them not only a technological edge, but also deep experience in managing global supply chains and scaling up production. So when the world began its shift toward electric vehicles, BYD was already a leader in the most crucial component, the battery. Their years of expertise meant they could innovate faster and more efficiently than rivals. In 2003, BYD made a daring leap into the automotive world, a move that many industry insiders dismissed as reckless, given their lack of car-making experience. But Wang Chuanfu had a unique perspective. He saw that the future of cars would be electric and that, at its core, an electric car is essentially a battery on wheels. By controlling the battery, BYD could control the most important factors in electric vehicles: cost, driving range, and performance. This insight gave them a powerful advantage as the industry evolved. Their deep integration of battery technology into every vehicle allowed them to innovate rapidly, pushing the boundaries of what electric cars could do. In 2022, BYD made a bold decision. They stopped producing pure petrol cars entirely, focusing all their efforts on plug-in hybrids and fully electric vehicles. This marked a turning point, signaling their commitment to a cleaner, electrified future. Their journey is a masterclass in vertical integration. BYD does almost everything in-house, from refining raw materials to designing microchips and assembling finished vehicles. Unlike most car makers, BYD has built an entire ecosystem under one roof, giving them unmatched control over quality, innovation, and cost. It's a patient, powerful strategy, one that has taken decades to mature, but is now paying off as the world races toward electrification. Today, BYD isn't just building cars. They're shaping the future of transportation, leading the charge toward a cleaner, smarter, and more sustainable world. Here's the engineering move that's shaking the industry: BYD's new plug-in hybrid tech. Forget old hybrids. This system lets you drive over 2,000 kilometers on a single tank and charge. Range anxiety, gone. Daily commutes run on cheap electricity, but long trips are easy with a hyper-efficient petrol engine as backup. The secret is record-breaking thermal efficiency, more power from every drop of fuel. It's incredibly cheap to run, bridging today's infrastructure and a fully electric future. This threatens both traditional car makers and pure EV brands like Tesla. Why risk being stranded when you can have the best of both worlds? This could be the key to mass-market electric adoption. How does BYD manage to sell its cars at prices that seem almost too good to be true? The answer lies in a powerful business model called vertical integration, which BYD has taken to an extreme. Unlike most automakers, BYD manufactures nearly every component of its vehicles in-house. Batteries, electric motors, semiconductors, and even the seats that drivers and passengers sit on. The only major parts they don't produce themselves are the tires and the window glass, which are sourced from specialized suppliers. By cutting out the middlemen, BYD avoids supplier markups and gains total control over quality and design. Their engineers can create cars as unified systems, not just a collection of outsourced parts, which boosts efficiency and slashes costs dramatically. This approach means BYD can develop and launch new models in half the time it takes most Western rivals, giving them a huge advantage in a fast-moving market. If they notice a new trend or a shift in consumer demand, they can quickly retool their own factories and adapt production, moving with incredible speed and flexibility. While other automakers are still holding meetings and debating strategies, BYD is already shipping finished cars to customers around the world. Their control extends all the way down the supply chain, from owning lithium mines for batteries to managing shipping logistics, allowing them to cut prices aggressively and pass those savings on to buyers. BYD's ultimate goal is clear: to make petrol cars obsolete by offering electric vehicles that are not only cleaner and more advanced, but also more affordable for everyday people. It's a ruthless, innovative, and frankly brilliant strategy that's shaking up the global auto industry, and it's working better than anyone expected. As a result, the competition simply can't keep up, and BYD is racing ahead in the electric vehicle revolution. BYD's rise is exposing the struggles of its rivals. Tesla's 2025 deliveries have dropped, and their Cybertruck is floundering. Legacy automakers like Ford and Toyota are stumbling. EV sales are down, and they're retreating to old models. Even Hyundai and Kia are slashing prices to compete. While others fix glitches, BYD launches new models at breakneck speed. The industry's center of gravity is shifting from Detroit, Germany, and Japan to China. BYD's tech, scale, and pricing are a triple threat. Most rivals can't keep up. Many may not survive this decade. The landscape is brutal, and BYD is leading the charge. BYD cars are now a common sight far beyond China. Their ambition: global dominance, with a 2025 target of 800,000 cars sold outside China. They're building factories worldwide: Thailand, Brazil, Hungary, Turkey, Indonesia, and soon a third in Europe. Local production helps them dodge tariffs and tailor cars to local tastes. In 2023, China overtook Japan as the world's top car exporter, led by BYD. The new standard for affordable, reliable cars is shifting from Japan to China. BYD's pitch is simple: more tech for less money. Brand snobbery remains, but price and quality are winning over customers. Wang Chuanfu bets that value will trump politics. The dragon isn't at the gate, it's already inside. The world is taking notice. Just as batteries seem set to rule, hydrogen re-enters the conversation, this time from Rolls-Royce's Power Systems division. They've built a hydrogen-burning engine, not a fuel cell, for heavy-duty applications. The appeal? Zero carbon power without battery weight or charging times. But hydrogen faces a chicken and egg problem. No stations, no cars, no stations. Producing green hydrogen is still expensive and energy-intensive. For now, battery tech wins for passenger cars. Grids already exist everywhere. Hydrogen may power ships or trucks, but not your next family car. Billions are being invested in batteries, and BYD's momentum is unstoppable. For now, the battery remains king. Chinese cars were once seen as cheap and uninspired. BYD is changing that. Alongside affordable models, they're launching luxury and performance cars to rival the best from Germany and Italy. Enter Yangwang, BYD's ultra-luxury brand. The U9 supercar boasts over 1,000 horsepower and wild tech like three-wheel driving and jumping suspension. The U8 off-roader floats on water and spins on the spot. These cars are statements of engineering dominance. High-end models boost BYD's brand and profits just as Lexus did for Toyota. BYD wants to be the new Toyota, Porsche and Land Rover, all at once. Their ambition is clear: compete on every level, not just price. The world is starting to take Chinese cars seriously. So what does all this mean for you? More choice, better tech, and lower prices. BYD's pressure is forcing old brands to innovate and cut costs. The era of overpriced electric cars is ending. Plug-in hybrids will make the switch to electric smoother for everyone. No more choosing between petrol and pure EV, hybrids offer the best of both. The decline of petrol and diesel cars will accelerate. Only companies mastering batteries, software, and low-cost production will survive. The industry is consolidating, the old guard is fading. Whether or not you buy a BYD, your next car will be better because of this revolution. The game has changed, and for car buyers it's for the better.